Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Crowns and Sashes. Today I'm talking to Katie, who is another Mrs. like myself. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell everyone when you're competing?
Hello. Thank you for having me, firstly. So I'm Katie Carey, and I'm Mrs. Diamond Crawley, and I will be competing in Diamond next month, and towards the end of August. Yeah.
How scary does that sound now?
It's crept up. It's a bit of a strange one because lately it feels like it's been a very long time coming, but
Yes.
some kind of, oh, okay, it's here.
Yeah. It's had a long time, a long build up, and suddenly you're like, oh wow, okay, we're ready.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is this going to be your first pageant?
No. I've not been in the scene for very long, admittedly.
Right.
But my first one was Atlantic.
Oh, was it?
As a missus.
Hey. So you were here before?
I was first
Wow.
runner up last year, yeah.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was great fun, yeah, absolutely. It was a wonderful experience. It was my first ever national. It was a very, very new scope for me. So it was a really great introduction to that. And then I just kind of fell into Diamond, which it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened.
Sometimes it is just like that, isn't it? You just end up and you think, oh, how did I get here? But I've done all this, so I'll continue.
This is it. I tend to find that where I am in Kent, I'm a little disconnected from the world sometimes, and
exactly like that.
Yeah, it can feel like I'm in the sticks a little bit. And so when Diamond had a charity pageant up at Crawley, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go along and go and see what it's all about and go and join in for the fun, do some fundraising, bake some cakes to raise money for that and things like that. And I ended up winning that, which gave me a place in Diamond. So yeah, it just kind of.
Oh, okay, so you really did fall into it, but in a good way.
Yeah, literally.
Amazing. So what made you first enter into Atlantic, if that was your first pageant?
I think it was because I'd seen what Romy does, and people spoke well of her, rightly so. And I liked what she was about and her values, and that came across through Atlantic as well. So that initially, and with it being new, I felt with me being new as well, it was kind of a nice match.
Yes, yeah. Didn't feel out of your depth or anything.
Exactly. I felt like I was kind of on the journey with them, and that's kind of what I needed at the time, I think. And it was really, really exciting to see it all happen again this time round. And congratulations to you, by the way.
Thank you.
You have a fabulous year, I'm sure.
Thank you. It's been a funny old build-up because obviously it went virtual, so it's strange for everyone who's competing, hasn't it, the last year? It's just really, really strange, but hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood and everything, we're getting back to normal. It's just a different way of competing, isn't it? And a different way of getting appearances at the moment.
Exactly. It's about getting creative and making sure that I mean, there's a fine line. I think when it comes to appearances and things, I think you should be getting on board with the ones that you connect with, as opposed to anything that's just kind of there for numbers. You know, it's about what you connect with, what you believe in, your values, your ethic, that sort of thing. So I found that because people are getting more creative with these things, it's been really lovely seeing so many options, and I've gone, yes, I agree with that, yes, I like that. And it's been really great to get on board and kind of find my own side of it each time. And it's been really great because sorry, I'm chewing your ear off now, but it's really great because I've learned something each time as well. There's some conditions that I've not heard of personally, or
I agree with that. Some things pop up. I'm like, oh wow, let me have a read about that.
Exactly. I've actually learned quite a lot from other people in pageant land, if you will. So I've come into it a bit later in life, and I kind of wish I'd started earlier. It's been really interesting.
I feel the same. you say misses in your mid-30s, you feel like you've missed out on a bit, don't you?
I feel like I've missed a chunk, definitely. But you
can make for it. That's the main thing.
Exactly. That's it. I mean, I've spent most of my life on the stage in another way, so this is just coming into it from a different perspective.
Exactly. Do you have a platform?
I do. I'm actually wearing my t-shirt now. It's a little adopt one. So.
Oh, look at the little paw.
It's so cute, isn't it? It's so cute.
So cute.
Adopt, don't shop. It's something that's meant a lot to me over the years. I volunteer for Cats Protection. I have done for a couple of years. I do a lot of their live videos to help get the cats homed and things. So yeah, it means a lot, because while of course you've got the pet shop down the road, and yes, you've got to support your own and everything, there are plenty of pets and animals who are in shelters for reasons not of their own accord, and they deserve just as much as a loving home as any other animal does. So I encourage people to look there. Something I'm very particular about at the moment is I've seen social media being used for people wanting to reluctantly give up their pet for whatever reason. And I keep saying to them, please do not advertise them here. It's really dangerous. It will potentially dangerous. Please get in touch with your local shelter. They'll be able to help you. So I think it's just about providing that education and giving that information. So it's from both the sides of, I mean, goodness me, I've never had to give up a pet, but my goodness, it must be so difficult. To be able to support someone to do that in the right way, and to also be on the other side of it, where to encourage people to go to the shelters, even if they're not necessarily looking to adopt at the time. It doesn't hurt to go and
have a look.
Exactly, and just get a feel for the whole thing. And there's a lot to be said.
Is have a wander around, get the information, see what you'd need to do if you did come to the decision to adopt.
Exactly, this is it. And as I'm sure you well know, adopting is no small feat. It's a lifetime commitment, and it's something that needs to be considered very carefully. My two cats are my world, they get fed before my husband does.
You can, Eddie, come and have your dinner.
So animals mean a lot to me, and so this is my chosen platform. It just came to me naturally.
It's a lovely platform as well, because a lot of people, I personally wouldn't know where our nearest shelter is. A lot for the other people, they wouldn't know where theirs is, would they, or where to go?
Honestly, it really is. Well, you've got all the national ones, which you're aware of, including Cats Protection. There's always just little ones that are run by maybe a family. There's always little ones dotted around. I only found out about a couple of extra ones near me fairly recently.
Right.
So they do pop up, and while social media can be a positive and a negative, but that did help me to find these little places, and I've just donated a whole load of stuff to them to be able to sell on behalf of their cat shelter. So there's always something, and you should have a little look around, Natasha. You probably have got some little local ones.
I mean, our dog's a bit scatty. I don't know that I'd want to introduce another animal into our house. Some days still, and he's 8. He's like a puppy.
Oh, bless.
But yeah, I'm like you. I couldn't imagine a house without a pet now.
Yeah, exactly. They make it a home
in a good way.
Absolutely, yeah. It really does make it a home, I think, when you have a pet.
Most definitely. Do you have a favourite round?
Oh. Oh, that's a tricky one. Ooh,
I know.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I didn't think I would actually say this, and my husband would probably laugh at me, but it is probably swimwear, because when I did it for Atlantic, I have a lot of I'm still accepting what I've been given, you know what I mean?
Right, yes, yeah.
I'm still working on that. And I'm not as small as I used to be, so it can be a little difficult. And so I've tried to find my way of moving into being more comfortable in my own skin.
Yes.
Because beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, as far as I'm concerned.
It does. You're beautiful, and it doesn't matter what size you are. I mean, I'm not thin. I wobble when I'm in a bikini. I'm very aware.
Oh, it's totally subjective, and I think it's how you feel in yourself. But for me, I wasn't overly comfortable with doing the bikini round for Atlantic. And I kind of just got to that point where I had the mentality of just go out there, suck it up and do it. And I just went out there and I had my bikini on. I took it off and I just felt this amazing, okay. It was like a relief.
Yeah.
And I was able to just walk down the I mean, if anyone's probably seen a video, I don't know of it, but I literally got to the back, took my little shawl thing off, and I went, you know, because I kind of, oh my goodness. And it was kind of a mixture of terrified and relief.
But I've done it.
Exactly. I've done it. And I walked down, and it was from being terrified to suddenly being very empowered, and not being not feeling conscious, not thinking about how anyone might be reacting to me. You know, it was such a big change. Don't get me wrong, doing the evening wear is always wonderful, because I don't get to feel yoga as often as I would like, especially during lockdown. No. But yes, swimwear was kind of a revolutionary one for me, I'd say. It's definitely helped to help me on my way to feel better about how about me.
Yes.
One a better way.
I love what
there.
I love seeing everyone strut their stuff, and you can see in everyone's face they're so happy with what they look like, and it's lovely to watch. But I'm like you, I look at myself and I think, oh Jesus, sometimes.
Lockdown hasn't been kind to me. Cakes have. but in truth, you gotta laugh, you know.
You have.
Yeah.
What do the family think about you doing pageantry?
Well, I was only talking about this yesterday, actually. My husband's actually very supportive, and he's always encouraged me from the get-go. He even helps me choose some outfits and things. He's great.
Oh, that's it.
He's great. The cats, neither here nor there. They're just like, oh gosh, she's another dress again. They're not bothered. Yeah. But my mum, she was actually a carnival princess back in her day.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I think
I love this.
Yeah, Gravesend. It was. I don't know really what happened to carnival around there, because I haven't seen one for a very long time. But it was I think my auntie was the carnival queen, and then my sister, her sister, my mum, was the princess. Yeah.
Oh wow! So your mum's like, come on, you can do this. I love picking outfits for you.
She's interested, yeah. But I think it's just one of those things that just came up randomly in conversation. It wasn't something that Mum had talked about or anything over the years. So she's on board, you know. She's on board.
Bless her. Will she be there to watch you?
Sorry?
Is she coming to watch you?
It's quite a long way for her to go. Yeah, she's all the way down where I am, and even a bit further.
Oh, okay.
it's all the finals up in Southport. So for her, I think, and for her health, it will be digital for her, but at least she'll still have to seeing it.
Yeah, and you can tell her all about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you have any campaigns or anything coming up that anyone could get involved with?
Well, I was thinking about catapulting, if you will, the Adopt Don't Shop, now that the summer's coming and people are around a bit more, they've got more time on their hands. I guess, I don't know, I'm guessing, with not going to school. So I thought maybe once the school holidays actually start, I think, is it next week?
I think it is. I think it's coming up very fast.
Yeah, definitely creeping up. So once that comes around, I was hoping to get a campaign to get people to visit their local shelters or to find out their local shelters, and then at least they've got that opportunity to go and spend the time without feeling against the clock.
Yes, I love it. And you'll put that on your social media for everyone to see.
Absolutely. I tend to use my Instagram more for that. I do have a Facebook page for Mrs. Diamond Crawley, but admittedly, I'm not so good at that one. I will need to get that back up to speed. But the one that's most current
is your Instagram.
Is the Instagram. That's the one that's the one that kind of has pretty much everything I'm up to nowadays.
And finally, I know it was your first time competing last year, but do you have a funny story or an embarrassing moment, or just what was your best experience about it?
Ooh, well, my best experience about it was the women I met. It was camaraderie. It was just like no. It was great. We were all backstage, all laughing and giggling, helping each other with tips, that kind of thing. And it was the fact that there was no kind of ill feeling. There was a lot of the sisterhood, and it's nice to finally meet people, the ladies, properly, because obviously they're from all over the place. Not everybody can travel, and so for me the highlight was being able to kind of meet everybody and finally connect properly.
It's a lovely feeling, isn't it, to be able to actually, I've been talking to you for like the last year and now you're here in front of me. Exactly. This is a big change, because that was for like so many months. This is going to be, I've been chatting to you for a year and a half. You almost feel like you already really know these people, but you just haven't them or hug them or anything, have you? So it's going to be so lovely for you. Yeah, it has been a bit mad, but I'm looking forward to it, because I kind of want to put that to one side now and say hello. Yes, I am. Well, thank you very much for talking to me this morning. No, thank you for having me. It's been really lovely. Thank you. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much, and best of luck with your year as well. Hope all goes well. Hopefully I'll meet you. I'm hoping to come to Diamond to watch, so hopefully I get to meet you. Oh, that'll be lovely. Yes, we can have a little chat. Catch up. Take care. See you later.